Okay, so we're going to begin in child's pose. So if you make your way to the back of your mat. So we're going to start in a child's pose variation to stretch into the hips. So if you bring your toes together and your knees nice and wide, bring your pelvis back down onto your feet. And then from there, stretching the arms out. So if your back is feeling a bit tight and you can't get your forehead down and your hips, bring your hips down and then you can stack your fists or your hands just so you can support your head and still have your spine stretching nicely in this child's pose. Just take a few moments to settle into your body here. So maybe you want to rock side to side. Maybe you want to rock your forehead from side to side. Just find a position that's really nice and comfortable. Just take a little scan through your body. Just take a few moments of complete stillness, but try and stay as still as you can. And then if you feel like you can get any more comfortable, just have a little wriggle around. So maybe you want to pick your head up and just lengthen the back of the neck. Maybe you want to walk your hands out. Maybe you want to start with your arms resting just behind you. See what feels right for your body today. Just make sure that we're starting as comfortably as we can. Just going to start to work into the breath here. So inhaling and exhaling up your nose. And just feeling your belly dropping between your thighs as you inhale and using your exhale. Just using your pelvic floor and your diaphragm to squeeze the last of the air out. So really start to activate the core here. Nice long inhales and exhales. So pausing between the breaths. So it's a pause, it's not a hold. So we're not holding the breath, we're just pausing. You can kind of experiment with the difference between a hold and a pause and how it feels in your body as you're deepening into your breath. So each inhale is coming a little bit deeper. And your exhale is nice and long and slow and smooth. So let's take 5 inhales, 5 exhales. Try and stay really, really connected to your breath. So if your mind wanders, just come back into your breath. Keep scanning over your body. Just being aware what you're doing with your hands, what you're doing with your thoughts, what you're doing with your jaw, just relaxing everywhere. So using your 5th exhale, if your arms are up behind you, just use that exhale. Bring your arms out in front. Inhale, just lift yourself up slightly. And exhale, we're going to stretch the back of the shoulder. So stretching the right arm underneath the left. Resting your shoulder and your ear down on your mat. And just twisting open to the right. So if you've got your arms like resting on your face, just try and open that shoulder to the side a little bit more. Keep breathing. So next inhale, bringing the right arm up, and the exhale is going to be the left arm. So stretching the back of the shoulder. Again, just be aware of where that arm is, where the right arm is, trying to twist the chest open to the side. So inhale, stretching the arm back out, and exhale to come up onto all 4s. So just double checking the alignment here, make sure that your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. So next inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, keeping the shoulders back and down and away from the ears, looking up, tailbone comes up. And exhale to round, so really pushing into the ground with your hands. Just letting your shoulder blades lift and separate, looking for your belly button. Inhale, dropping the belly down, so you can use your arm strength to just kind of pull your chest through here. Exhale, pushing into the ground with the knees and the hands, just really stretching the back of the body. Another 3 of these, so see if you can match your breath to your movement. Some nice slow movements. Trying to unify the breath into the body. So this is my last inhale and exhale here. So using this next exhale to really engage the muscles in your tummy. So really squeeze your belly button to your spine, really squeeze your rib cage in, and then find a flat back position somewhere in the middle. So belly button is really pulled up to spine, really squeezing the pelvic floor. So step back with the left leg, just tuck the toe, just having a little stretch down the back of the leg here. Maybe wiggling the heel side to side. Just bring that leg in, same on the left side, right side, sorry. So just bring the heel back. So pushing the heel back, just to get stretched through the back of the leg. Just bring the right knee back in. So tucking the toes, bringing both knees up for a plank. So you might need to just adjust your feet there. Every exhale, when you think of bringing your belly button into your spine. So really using your breath. Just be aware of where you're looking. So if you're kind of looking back at your feet, just bring yourself so you're looking down at your yoga mat. Just one more inhale and exhale here. And lower, knees come down, chin and chest come down. So elbows tuck in, keeping your butt nice and high. On the inhale, just push your body forwards and take an easy cobra. So easy cobra is just the chest coming up, exhale, come back down. So trying to keep your neck nice and long, so try not to lead with your chin. Inhale, coming up, breathing into your belly, and exhale to come back down. So try not to take too much weight through your hands. Inhale, let's come up one more time. Exhale, hold. So you're just going to take a couple of breaths here. So again, just be aware of the back of the neck. Try and keep your neck nice and long. Maybe squeeze the shoulders together and lift the hands up off the ground. So keep breathing. Keep your hands down, obviously, if that feels better. Maybe bringing your arms out into a capital T, if that feels good. Or you can keep them in or on the ground. So have one big inhale, so you can lift a bit higher. And exhale all the way down. So arms in a capital T. Left hand is going to come underneath the left shoulder, bend the left knee and topple the knee over. So you're having a stretch for your shoulder and a twist for the lower back and the hip, stretching the hip. So one more inhale here, exhale, roll back to center. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So left arm comes out, right hand underneath the shoulder, bending the right knee this time. And toppling over to the left, bringing the foot onto the ground, just enjoying this stretch. The front of the shoulder, keep breathing. So if your mind wanders, just come back to your breath as much as you can. Next inhale, come back over onto your front, hands underneath your shoulders. So we're going to push to a plank. You can push to a plank on your knees or a full plank. It's entirely up to you. So engage in the fronts of the legs. Inhale and push. Knees come down. And rest back into child's pose. So this time knees together. Unless this doesn't feel comfortable, then you can come to toes touching knees wide. So just resting your body down and just taking a few breaths here. Again, you can have your arms out in front or behind. And just focusing on your breath as it travels down your spine. So now our knees are kind of in the way of our bellies dropping, so the breath makes its way into the back of the body instead. Okay, next inhale, stretching out in front of you, put your arms behind, coming up onto your fingertips. Inhale, walk your fingers out. Exhale, squeeze your hips down towards your heels, so just stretching a little bit more. Inhale, walking your fingertips forward a couple more steps. Stay up on the fingertips, and exhale, easing your hips down towards your heels. Our next inhale, we're going to bring the right arm off to the right. See if you can bring the left hand on top or next to it. And exhale, just bringing that left hip down. Stretching through the side of the body. So take one inhale here. Exhale. And inhale back to center. The exhale, we're going to bring the left hand to the left. Right hand can stack on top of the left hand or next to it. And take a big breath in here. As you exhale, bumping the right hip down. Inhale back to center and exhale, lifting up onto all fours. So going back to our And back to our box position. So let's start by bringing the right leg back. So really engage the muscles in your tummy. Just bring the right leg back and toes facing down to the floor. So you want to make sure that you have a nice straight line from your shoulders right the way down to your heel. And you've got an option here. You can either stay here or you can lift the left arm up off the floor, bring the bicep to the ear. So really working on bringing your rib cage in, bringing your tummy muscles in. One more breath. And bring everything back down to the mat. So either just holding the box press or taking 3 box presses. So it's just muddled up my words then. So exhale to lower, inhale up. 2, try and keep your elbows tucked in if you can. And 3. So now the left leg is going to come back. So toes down to face the ground. Nice straight line all the way along the back of the body, so you don't want like the leg up like this. So really keeping your belly button pulled into your spine. Option to lift the right arm up by the ear. And just holding, so really using the pelvic floor, using your exhales. One more breath. Exhale, hands come down. 3 box presses, or you can sit back to child's pose. Up to you. 2 and 3. Inhale out. Exhale, round your spine into cat pose. And sit back into your heels really nice and slowly, just stretching into your back. Take 1 breath in child's pose. Okay. So just look forward at your hands. Bring your hands so that they're at shoulder distance. Tuck your toes in the child's pose. And we're just going to shoot forwards into a plank from here. So all the way forwards to plank. Good stuff. Just hold for 3 breaths. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's use the next exhale to lower. So knees, chin, chest, or lowering all the way down as slowly as you can onto your front. So we're going to take some cobras this time. So my low back is a little bit sore today, so I'm going to bring my feet to mat distance. You want it to be a little bit more of a stretch. You can keep your legs together. So let's inhale and lift. Using the muscles in your back to exhale nice and slowly and lower. 2 more of these. Inhale up. And exhale down. So keeping the shoulders back and down away from the ears. 1 more time. Inhale up. So holding. So you can bring your feet to that distance if they're not already there. You can just kind of rock side to side on your hips. So looking over 1 shoulder at a time. Or just getting to the hips and the low back. Come back to center and exhale to lower. So hands underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes, push into plank on your knees or to a full plank. So use an exhale to lift and come back to downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, just like slowly walking your hands in towards your feet, just bending your legs generously as you go. Just take ragdoll here, swaying side to side. Maybe you just want to stay completely still, maybe shaking your head and your neck out. Just have a nice release of your back here. Okay, so looking forwards, you're going to walk the hands forward, and then we'll walk the feet towards the hands. So this time keeping the legs a little bit closer towards straight, and into a halfway lift at the front of the mat, and exhaling to fold over the legs. So your legs can still be as bent as you need them to be. Just going a little bit more straight just to get a bit of a stretch down the back of the legs here. You can release any tension in the back of your head and your neck. Inhale, bend your knees, and exhale, let's roll up to standing. So tuck in your tailbone, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling all the way up, shoulders back and down last. Inhale to reach the hands up. Exhale, let's take a side bend to your left. So sliding the left arm down the leg. Keep your tummy muscles nice and tight and side bend. Inhale to come up. And exhale over to the other side. Inhale up. Another one on each side. So exhale, side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, folding forwards, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. So really pull up from the quads. You can maybe hold on to the backs of the legs this time, maybe pull yourself in a bit deeper. Again, maybe the legs are still bent, so as long as you're feeling a stretch, that's the main thing. So just look down at your feet, bring your toes to touch, a little bit of space between the heels, sit back into your chair. So from here, take a nice deep breath in. Imagine you're coming through cat, so round your spine and unravel your way up to your chair pose. You can keep your hands at your heart center. Nice, long, straight spine, so try not to poke your butt out too much. Really engaging the core if you want to lift your arms up. Just holding for 3 breaths. That's it, good stuff. Now the inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands flat to the floor, step back to plank and lower. So knees, chin, chest, all the way down, or maybe taking chaturanga and upward facing dog. Whichever cobra option works for you to do. Use your exhale to come back to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale to deepen into the stretch. Look between the hands, walk, step, or hop to the front. Take a halfway lift. And exhale to fold into your legs. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, roll all the way up to stand. Bringing the arms up last, big stretch. And exhale, hands to your heart center. So keeping the hands at the heart center. Bring the toes to touch, a little bit of space between the heels. This time we're going to sit back into chair. So bring your weight back into your heels. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Making sure that your belly button is really pulled into your spine so that you're not poking your butt out. Maybe lifting the arms up here. 3 breaths. So every exhale, really engaging your tummy more. Make sure you can see your toes. Cool. Next exhale, it's forward fold. Now halfway lift. Exhale, step the hands back, down. Come on, words. Hands down, step to plank, and lower for whichever vinyasa option works for you. Meeting in downward facing dog. And we'll take a nice deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Deepen into the posture. Look between the hands. Walk, step, or hop to the front. Come straight to your halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale to fold. So this time maybe coming out with a flat back. So reaching forwards with your chest. Inhale, bringing your arms up to your heart, up to the sky, and exhale, hands to your heart center. Sorry, I completely lost my words then. So take a breath in here. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. So engage the muscles in your butt. Pull in the ribs, pull in from the pelvic floor, so engage all through the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming into your forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. The exhale, we're going to step back with the left foot. So step back, bring your knee down, and untuck the toe. So imagine you're squeezing your thighs towards one another. You're going to inhale up into crescent lunge. So checking the alignment, make sure that your knee and your ankle is in alignment here. If you want to look up at your hands just to challenge your balance, you want to make sure that you're not, you're holding like a netball, invisible netball. So imagine you're squeezing your thighs towards one another. Our next exhale, bring your hands down to the ground, tuck the back toe. So the left hand will stay planted. Inhale, we're twisting towards the knee. So twisting to the right, shoulder, elbow, hand. Big inhale. Exhale, bring the hand back down to the floor. So now you're in a low lunge. Still squeezing as though the thighs are going to touch. Inhale, straighten in the front leg, come into a halfway lift. And exhale, folding over the leg. Next inhale is low lunge. Step back to plank. Exhale for your chaturanga or meet in downward facing dog. So once you get to downward facing dog, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale to deepen. Look in between your hands, walk, step, or hop to the front. Halfway lift as you get there. And exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up, or rolling up through your spine if that feels better. And exhale, hands down to your heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down, engage the glutes. Engage the pelvic floor. Okay, let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Your exhale is stepping back with the right foot. So stay in sequence on the left leg this time. So imagining you're squeezing your thighs towards one another. So we'll check that your knee and your ankle is in alignment here. And you inhale to reach the hands up. So sinking the hips down. Imagining you're squeezing the thighs towards one another, engaging the muscles in your thighs. You can look up between your hands if you want to challenge your balance. And trying to keep your hands over your shoulders as much as you can. So one more inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, tuck the back toe, lift the knees. So still squeezing the thighs as though they're going to touch. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, the left shoulder, elbow, wrist comes up, twist. Exhale, hand comes down. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And exhale, fold. Just one breath. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, step back, plank, or meet in downward facing dog if you want to skip the vinyasa. Vinyasa of your choice, up dog, cobra, and back to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and deepen into the posture. Look between your hands, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there, and exhale to fold. So you can bend your knees and roll up, or coming up with a straight spine. Connecting your hands above your head as you get there. Try not to poke your butt, your ribs out. Try and stay nice and engaged. And exhale, hands down to your heart center. Let's take a nice big breath in here. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Just refocus your energy. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back with the left foot, drop the knee. We're just going to do one breath here. So inhale, reaching up. Nice and engaged through both legs. Exhale, hands come down, tuck the back toe. And inhale, twisting the right arm towards the right leg. Over shoulder, elbow, wrist. Exhale, hand comes down. Inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, fold. So same flow, we're just going to add on here. So inhale, come into your low lunge. So squeeze your thighs towards one another, really, really engaging your glutes, lift your hands up. And inhale to come all the way up into your crescent lunge. So we're just going to hold this here for a few breaths. So try and get your knee and your ankle into alignment. Just check in with your hips. Make sure they're in line with the front of your yoga mat. So really engaging through the glutes. Arms up. And again, if you want to challenge your balance, look between your hands. Okay, so we're just going to do some dynamic movement here. So you might just want to hold your high lunge. Otherwise, as you exhale, leaning over that right leg and squeeze your triceps and your shoulders together. Just sweep your arms back. Inhale up into crescent lunge. 2 more times. Exhale, swoop, squeeze, engage, open your chest and squeeze your shoulders, and inhale, come all the way up. 1 more time. Exhale. Inhale, come up. And exhale, find warrior 2. So just blocking the back foot out to 90 degrees, so it's in line with the back of your yoga mat. Leaning into the front leg, you want the knee to be in line with the ankle. Trying to get your shoulders over your hips, arms out in a capital T. So actively pressing that knee out towards your pinky toe, feeling a nice stretch through the hips. Just finding the alignment here and finding the pose. So let's inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, imagine someone's pulling on your right hand. Reach, 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 reach. Keep your legs where they are. Inhale, side bend or reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel in the hands down nice and slowly. Low lunge. Inhale, plank. And exhale, vinyasa. Or meet in downward facing dog if you want to skip the vinyasas. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Just release some of the heat from your body. Look between the hands, walk, step or hop to the front of the mat. So keeping the knees nice and bent, hold on to your elbows, just take ragdoll just for a moment there. Move however you need to move. Just have a little breather. So it's your choice, you can either roll up to stand or you can come up with a nice flat back. So it's up to you. However you'd like to come out, we're inhaling that and exhaling the hands down to the heart center. So again, just bring your thumbs to your sternum, really engaging the muscles in the butt, engaging the core, pulling in from the ribs, pulling up from the knees. Refocus. Okay. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale and exhale, stepping back with the right foot. So right foot comes back, knee comes down, squeezing the thighs as though you want them to touch. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, hand comes down, tuck the right toe. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, twist towards the knee. So shoulder, elbow, wrist. Exhale, hand comes down. Coming into extended pyramid. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale to fold. Just one breath. Inhale, low lunge. So get nice and strong in your low lunge. Maybe lifting your hands up off the floor. Squeeze your thighs together and inhale up into crescent lunge. So we're going to take a couple of breaths just to get the alignment here. So just really working your hips. You can put your fingers onto your hip joints and just feeling your where they are. Trying to get your alignment as comfortably accurate as you can. Lifting the arms up if it feels good. Keep putting your belly in and try not to push your low back out of your ribs. So really start trying to stay nice and strong here. Again, you can look up between your hands if you want to challenge your balance. Okay, so either staying here or taking these sweeps. So using a big exhale, leaning forwards, bringing up your body to 40 degrees and squeezing your triceps together. Inhale, come back. Exhale, swoop and squeeze, opening the chest. Inhale up. One more time, exhale. Inhale up. And exhale to warrior two. So just finding the alignment here. So knee and ankle are in alignment. You can see your big toe just poking out next to your knee. Really pressing the outside edge of that back foot down and feeling the hips open to the side. Arms in a capital T. Trying to stack the shoulders over the hips here. And just looking out over the front hand. Keep breathing, nice long inhales and exhales. So next inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. Exhale, imagine someone's pulling on your left hand. Inhale, bending sideways, not backwards for reverse warrior. Cartwheel and hands round, nice and slowly. Low lunge. Inhale, plank. Maybe just sit back to child's pose if you want to skip the vinyasas. Downward facing dog. If you have loads of energy, maybe taking another vinyasa. Otherwise, we're coming into child's pose now. So just resting down into child's pose. Some nice long inhales and exhales here. Maybe rocking your head from side to side. Slowing down your breathing. Bringing your awareness to your forehead on the ground. Just relax the muscles on the face, relax the jaw. Lifting your bodies up. Swiveling your legs round. Sit on our butts, toes facing up towards the ceiling. So if the backs of your legs have been feeling tight, bend your knees a lot so that you can bend from the hips. Maybe bring your fingers just onto your hip joints, step nice and tall, and fold forward. So try and take the fold from the pelvis rather than from the upper back. So try and fold your tummy and then your chest along your legs. When you get down there, you can bring your chin into your chest. So if your legs are feeling quite bendy today, and maybe you want to pedal one leg at a time and bring the legs a little bit more closer to straight. Otherwise, keeping the legs bent and just enjoying that stretch down the whole back of the body. 1 or 2 more breaths there, just enjoying this stretch for the whole back of the body. And a forward fold. It's like everybody's the sun is going in just in time for Shavasana. So let's inhale, sit up nice and tall. Reaching your hands up. And exhale, just starting to roll back. So bring your belly button to your spine. Imagine someone's pulling you back from your belly button. Just slowly, slowly lay yourselves down as slow as you can. Elbows down if you need to. And when you get there, just bring your knees into your chest. And we draw some circles with your knees in each direction. So arms out in the capital T position, legs into a tabletop, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, drop your knees to the right. So you can stagger your knees if it feels better in your back, otherwise stack. Make sure both your shoulders are down on the mat, so really pressing that left shoulder down as you stretch your knees over to the right. Nice long inhales and exhales. So using an inhale to lift your knees back up to center. And an exhale to drop your knees over to the left. So right shoulder is pressing down as we stretch the knees over towards the left. You can look down the right arm. Nice long inhales and exhales. More breaths here. So using an inhale, lift the knees up to center. Just bring the knees into your chest. So if there's any other movements that you feel like your body needs before we take our Shavasana, feel free to do anything you feel you need to do now. It's going to make you feel more comfortable. If you're ready to go for Shavasana, then just bring in your legs out on the mat. So maybe stretched out with your feet towards the outside edges of your mat. Just letting your toes roll out. So maybe once you lay down, you want to pick your hips up and then from the low back, pick your shoulders up, maybe tucking your chin and lengthening through the back of the neck. So just getting the spine as long and comfortable as you can. Bringing your hands maybe a foot away from your body, but palms facing back so that you can open your shoulders. If this doesn't feel comfortable, then you have the option to bring your feet to mat distance and roll your knees into center. So whatever makes your spine feel really good. Let's all together take a nice big inhale through the nose, filling up into your tummy, up into your chest. Pause, see if we can sip a bit more air in. And exhale through your mouth. Doing your best to release your breath control now. Just allowing your body to come back to its natural rhythm. So taking a little scan through your body, so maybe starting with the muscles of the face, the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, just relaxing here. Scanning through the neck, the shoulders, the spine, the hips. Muscles in the legs, just relaxing as much as you can. When you get down to the feet, see if you can bring your awareness to each of the toes individually. So for the next minute or two, observe some stillness here, so stillness in your body and in your mind. So you can scan through your body and just check for areas that feel tight. Maybe you'd like to bring your awareness to the tip of your nose. Just watch your breath without trying to change it, which is quite a difficult one. Maybe drawing an outline of your body on the ground. Maybe imagining yourself sinking into the ground. Maybe if your mind is quite busy, maybe you'd like to use this time to just think about any goals that you have, anything that you'd like to manifest. Maybe it's a nice time to daydream about things, your dreams, things that you'd like to bring into your life. Many options. Be quite enough. So start to move your fingers and your toes. Bring in some movement, nice and gently back into your body. Your eyes closed as long as you can. So take a nice big full body stretch. So inhale and stretch your fingers away from your toes. Exhale, just bring the knees into your chest. Maybe rocking side to side here. Coming up to a seat, however you would like to come up to a seat. So maybe rolling onto your side. Maybe you'd like to rock the spine. Come up to a seat. The reason is completely in the dark now. Okay, bring your hands to your heart center. As inhale, reach your hands up, a big stretch. Exhale, reach over the sides of the rooms, really stretching all the way through your fingertips and bring your hands back into center. Two more like this. So inhale to reach up. Exhale through your mouth, really stretching and reaching. And one more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach into the sides of the room, bring hands back to your heart center. And thanks ever so much for coming today, enjoying the class with me. And come and turn camera off now. So thanks very much. Thanks for everybody catching up with the video as well. Lots of love.